positivity reading, just for hope and light and help you along your journey of life. Okay, so something that we can heal this week, or focus on healing. So we have, remind yourself that you are a soul spirit being. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. I think that's another card in this deck, but kind of the same message. At least that's how I perceive it. If you perceive it differently, then that's how you perceive it. So we have Air Guardian and Magic Guardian. So we have shift your perception and unlock the magic within. So with the whole reminding yourself that you're a soul spirit being, maybe when you shift your perception to that, you can unlock the magic, but that's the wrong book. I was told to read from the book for these, so that's what I'm going to do. So, the Air Guardian, shift your perception. Change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. The Air Guardian card represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in your mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. When this card arises, it is an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. So last week the shark card came out, and when I read the book about that, it had to do with, I wouldn't say insecurities, but I forget exactly what it was, but it had to do with like childhood trauma, and everybody has their own experiences, and something that I've experienced in the past is it's hard to see that you're looking at things with the wrong lens, so to speak. I didn't really realize it until like someone else in my life pointed it out and helped me understand it. And when I shared that experience and what I learned from that with someone else in my life, they were like, wow, I never really thought of that. So it's very hard sometimes to see that. And when you do shift your perception and see how you're looking at things versus a different way of looking at things, it's very life-changing, and that will help you not only heal traumas that you didn't even know you had possibly, but it will help you help others, and it will help you learn new things about yourself and open new doors for yourself. And for the Magic Guardian, stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic, with a K, is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. So, especially with the seer being on top, maybe your perception is that that you can't do it, or even if maybe you're afraid of like the doors that you're opening, maybe you had an experience when you were unlocking the magic within and it frightened you because of maybe the perception that it gave you, or maybe just, the way you were looking at it, and maybe you decided to close that door to open it. So I'm going to share a very personal experience. I had a dream, and there was a woman standing at my door, my bedroom door, and it was I couldn't see her face, I could only see her hair, and it was very dark. And in the dream, I started saging my house, because I perceived it as negative energy, something coming after me. And then The next night, I had a different dream, and it actually turned out being, well, she was murdered, and like her family they never found the body, so they couldn't prove that she was murdered, kind of a thing. And she was communicating that to me, and I had no idea that I would be a psychic medium like that. I didn't know that that was a capability of mine, but maybe you could ask your guides to share the message in a different way, because that's what I did when I had that dream. Yeah. I don't know if that helps you or not. Affirmation to help us through the week. So we have, I am a child of nature. My body charges and heals in the mountains, lakes, forests, oceans, and grasslands under the sun and the moon. You aren't electronic. You cannot plug into a wall and re-energize. Your battery depends on the great outdoors. Don't make the mistake of letting technology rule your life. Nature is your everlasting cure. Somewhere, some poor, phoneless fool is probably sitting by a waterfall, completely unaware of how pissed off he should be at the world. Duncan Trussell. Wow. So, the first thing that came to my mind when I read this was, like, I think it's called negative ions. I remember watching a few videos on it, and when you, like, walk barefoot and you actually allow yourself to, like, make contact with, like, dirt and stuff like that, you know, sand, like the beach, things like that, it, I guess, clears the current, so to speak. I would look up videos of negative ions because they're actually very unhealthy for you. I don't remember exactly what I learned from it, but that's a thing, and it came to my mind. Maybe your homework for the week. Some self-love. Setback solutions. Every apparent setback is an opportunity to reset. I approach every dilemma mindful of my own worth and ability. I clarify what steps to take and move with ease and grace towards my destiny. So, like, just because something doesn't work doesn't mean that, you know, it won't work out at all. I remember seeing this thing, I was on Pinterest, and, like, it was like a motivational saying thing, and it said, like, FAIL stands for first attempt in learning, end is not the end. Oh god, what did that one stand for? I forget what that one said. And then, like, no doesn't mean no, it means next opportunity. It was very motivational, very, gave me a new perception. So, you know, don't be a Debbie Downer if things don't work out the first time around. Doesn't mean it's the end. Return to the inner temple. Today I rediscover my inner self in sacred silence. This is the inner temple in which I am able to calmly study the lessons life has provided me. Here I regain my sense of tranquility. I retrieve my trust in the universe. Bathed in the light of my inner temple, I now remember the value of each and every step of my life. So, something that can help you shift your perception is just returning to your inner temple and if some of you are confused in what that means, well, one, you should try meditating. And if you do meditate, something that I've practiced is meditating in like a sanctuary, but not like a physical sanctuary. It's a conscious inner self sanctuary. So like instead of it just being like in your head, so to speak, I kind of like place myself in a specific area. So like for me, my personal sanctuary is it's a field, and it's a dirt pathway that goes up and around a hill, and there's a wisteria tree, and there's a wooded line in the back, and you know, I change it up sometimes. Sometimes it'll be sunny, sometimes it'll be nighttime with like all these stars up in the sky. And over time, when you practice, you'll get better at it, because I know I've tried it before in the past and it was really, really hard, but as I focused and practiced, it got better and better. And that sanctuary, that temple, can be anything that you want it to be. It can even be an underwater coral reef if you want. But it will help you ground yourself. I guess self-imagery is very, like, important. I guess to me. And, like, everybody's different. So maybe imagery doesn't work for you. Maybe, like, listening to background music works better for you. And that will help you, I guess, be more in-depth with your meditation, because I know me personally, like, when I do that, I'm more into it, so to speak. But that's just me. Everybody's different. Spirit of Bear and Self-Discovery. Wow, I love the artwork on this one. It's so beautiful. Spirit of Bear. This is still a very new deck to me, so... Retreat, solo effort, strength, and vulnerability. Retreating to your inner temple. The Spirit of Bear mandala brings courage and strength to those in need. It strengthens the mind and the body with the sheer power that only bear medicine can offer. However, bear also hibernates in the cold season, reminding you to lay low and settle when needed. Bear plays a significant symbolic part in everyone's life, with the key elements of its nature shining through all. Spirit of Bear is a guardian of the great earthly plane and a keeper of the many, many doorways linking the earth with the higher planes. As such, Bear touches every soul on incarnation and throughout their lifetime. Bears embody what I like to call an iron hide, because they are undefeated in strength and power. They can endure the toughest of situations and can adapt to their environment. Likewise, Spirit of Bear has a will that cannot be broken and an essence that is of the earth. With this card, Spirit of Bear is with you. You are being reminded to draw upon the strength and courage that lives within you. Life only ever gifts you with the situations that you are ready for, and you are never given anything you cannot learn and grow from. Which stage of your journey are you at? One's greatest strength lies in the ability to be vulnerable, so Bear may be signaling for you to retreat to your cave and spend time in introspection. Have you already emerged from your cave with fresh insight and courage, ready to embrace your dreams? Either way, be the leader of your life. By drawing upon the rich resources of the four elements contained within this mandala, you always have all that you need. You know, I was thinking about a specific card because I did like a personal reading. And this card came out. It's from a different deck that I have. And one thing that I realized in my life and in the person I was doing the reading with Self-leadership is something that I never really looked at. Like, you can be good at leading others, but are you good at leading yourself? And this is the card that came out in that specific reading that I did. Wow, that's really glary. I'm sorry. Be the champion of your own life, you know? Like, maybe when you do retreat to your cave, to your inner temple, whatever, I guess, title that you choose to give it, is self-leadership something that you need to focus on? And is that maybe why you're looking at things from the wrong perception? Are you relying on other people's leadership and not your own? Self-discovery. Oh my gosh, it looks like a snowflake. It's so pretty. I don't know why the self-leadership came, but hopefully it helps you. Self-discovery. Fresh perspective, the wisdom of experience, a shift in values. This mandala is gracing your energy field because you have recently experienced a shift in your perception and now view the world with new eyes. It is time to integrate your new awareness and explore your advanced self just as one would adventure into new territory. Let us be clear, this mandala represents a journey back to one's heart. You are experiencing new ways as you never have before, and it is a part of the experience to feel as though you are out of your comfort zone, because you are. Your comfort zone never existed. It was simply an illusion created by self to keep you feeling safe and small. Now, as your vibration continues to rise and expand, you will find liberation and the freedom of not knowing your new world, and a joy in returning to your divine self. Seek out new adventures and rediscover what it is you truly love. To do things. To do as things. Ways and even people that may have been of interest to you in the past no longer resonate with you. It is an exciting time of self-discovery as you embrace the new human you are and create a world for yourself that is aligned with your heart. Wow. So, with you seeing things, or shifting your perception, seeing things from your perspective, perhaps, when life changes happen, it can be very chaotic, and it can make you feel alone. But it's important to remember that you're not alone, and sometimes, well, not sometimes, it's often a blessing in disguise, because it's pushing you down new paths that you didn't even know were there, And maybe not just opening doors physically for yourself, but also opening doors spiritually for yourself. Maybe there's something from your childhood that you were interested in, but it got shut down because when you're a child, something I've noticed not only from witnessing other parents parenting, but also from my own childhood, you don't learn self-leadership, because your parents are always there to tell you yes and no, and you learn things from their perception. And when you enter adulthood, it can be very hard to recognize the difference from your own perception and something that you've been conditioned to perceive as. A very personal example for me is when I first started my path of Wicca and paganism and just diving into all these different spiritualities. My family was very afraid for me, and they just wanted to make sure I was safe, but at first they weren't as open-minded, and literally a year later my grandma was just like, hey, can I borrow your book? So as far as shifting your perception, maybe if you work on how you explain things, the word you use, maybe you can shift other perceptions as well. Because, well, my book actually helped her out a lot. And it helped her see things from a new perspective. And she helped me see things from a new perspective. She went to Catholic school when she was a kid. And She shared her experiences with me that she had in school, and also her own opinions of her faith and her belief and her spirituality and her experiences. So, also on top of unlocking the magic within, I feel like it's also sharing experiences, because other people's experiences can also give you a different perception on things. Wow, that was a lot. Hopefully that helped, and I hope you have a blessed week.